Black Friday and the holidays are coming up, and if you're looking to spoil the photographer in your life or spoil yourself, I've got the ultimate gift guide for items under $50 that will actually get used. So I'm Jordie, I'm a wedding photographer, and these are the photography gifts that I would want under my Christmas tree. Now the first one is our cheapest option, coming in at just $11, and that is an iPhone mount to put on top of your camera. Now this is going to be perfect for photographers to go and capture behind the scenes style content so that people can see how they interact with couples. It means that they can go have clips to go and put of themselves on social media or on their website, and it really is a must-have tool for anyone who isn't recording any kind of BTS at the moment. Now I myself actually have one for my GoPro because I use a GoPro camera. In fact, let me show you how it looks on a camera. Okay, so you basically just go and attach it to the top just like that, and that there is how you go and capture BTS by just clicking a button and then forgetting about it for the rest of the shoot, and then you can go and cut it up later, and that's a nice way that you can just focus on taking your photos but then still have great BTS content afterwards. Scratch that, we do have something even cheaper that I forgot about in the cart. So this is a little umbrella that you can put on top of your camera. It will attach to the hot shoe, and this comes in at a whopping $10. So what this is really helpful for is if you are taking a shoot during some rain, this will allow your camera to go and stay dry and make sure that you keep all of the little droplets off it. And another benefit, if you live in a really hot place and you are recording video, let's say, and you have your camera on a tripod, this might be a nice way that you can go and just keep a little bit of the sun off of your camera so it doesn't overheat while you are recording a longer video over there. That's how I actually use one. I need to go and replace mine. Mine's a little bit broken because I really put it through the ringer, but this is a really nice, affordable way that you can give a snazzy gift to a photographer friend. Then coming in at $16, we have the Canon Lens coffee cup. Now this isn't something that's actually going to help you on a photo day necessarily, but it does allow you to actually have something that you can have great coffee in, a nice tall coffee in, while your photographer is going through their deep editing sessions. Now because it is lens themed, it actually looks like a Canon lens. It's just an extra cool element that a photographer could have in their workstation. But one thing I'll mention with this, because it is a Canon lens mug, if your photographer friend shoots Sony or Nikon or another brand, this might actually be something that triggers them instead. Okay, next up we have an ND filter. So this is an example of one that I have here. Now you can find these for as low as $29, and basically this is like really cliche, every photographer says it, but it basically works like sunglasses for your camera. So if you are shooting in really bright situations, this here can make sure that you get your exposure right. Plus, it does also allow you to do some really fancy things in terms of creative shots. So those blurry photos, or more like long exposure type photos, usually they are created using something like this. Plus, if they are a videographer, this is something that they need. So filters, and ND filters in particular, very, very useful as Christmas gifts for photographers and videographers. Okay, next up we have a macro adapter, and this one comes in at $39, and it basically is like a little tube thing that you would go and attach to the front of your camera, between the camera and the lens, and this allows you to go and get macro photos or just photos really, really close to a subject. Now, if you have a friend in mind that is a product photographer or perhaps a wedding photographer, this is going to be such a useful tool for them. I know that in my wedding photography business, being able to get nice close-up detail shots of things like the rings or cufflinks and other elements like that is so cool to include in a wedding gallery. So something like this creates a nice little variety in your gallery, and it's a way that you can get cool macro shots without needing to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a macro lens itself. This will just go and connect with your existing lenses, and it only costs you $39. And then last up we have a camera bag, and I wouldn't really look at anything for less than $40, but $40 is basically what you could spend in order to get something that at least has enough space for them to have minimal gear in there. Now naturally you could go and spend more, but you ideally want something that has all of these subdivisions like you can see over here, and that's going to allow your photographer friend to include all of their gear, making sure that all of it is individually packaged and being kept safe. So there you have it. Gifts that photographers actually want without you needing to spend an arm and a leg to do it. Just $50 or less will get you these incredible gifts for your photographer friend or yourself. So which one are you grabbing this Black Friday? Drop it in a comment below. And if you found this helpful, subscribe for more photography tips and wedding info.